With how hard Helldivers 2 completely broke everything on the internet when the Xbox port came out and the Halo crossover started, I didn't think we were really going to have any more console warring over this game. That's part of the reason why I made so many Helldivers Xbox port salt videos, because I didn't think I'd be able to keep riding this gravy train for as long as I did, let alone for a few more runs. But alas, dear viewer, here we are on September 2nd, I have a runny nose, and there's more Helldivers 2 Xbox salt because people are passing around a sales number for Xbox that may or may not even be real, and yet people are doing everything they can to yell about it instead of just enjoying the fact that this game is available for everyone and everyone has been enjoying it. That's something about Helldivers 2 that blows my mind. You look on Twitter, I can't find I'll see if I can find the comment that someone left on my video once. It's like you look on YouTube or basically anywhere else on the internet and discourse about Helldivers 2 and the Xbox port specifically has been like universally positive, completely positive. People are stoked, but then you go to Twitter and there's just PlayStation fanboys screaming about it constantly for absolutely no reason. Did you hear my throat start to close up there? I have a little bit of a cold. I have a little bit of allergies. And you know what would make me feel better? Is if you go and listen to my band's new single. My band is called Curbside Anthem. We have a new single. It's on the YouTube channel. It's also on Spotify and Apple Music. That would make me feel better. I'm sick. Listen to my band. But in case you missed it the other day, this 600,000 copies sales number was getting passed around the internet pretty easily. There are no official numbers, by the way. This is from an analytics group. It's from an analyst group, and we'll get into this particular analyst group, but the little spoiler TLDR about this analyst group is that if you take literally anything they say at face value, you are a big dumb poopy head. But anyways, the news was that the game sold 600,000 copies on Xbox in the first 2 days, and you probably saw this graphic being spread around a whole bunch because that's the one that they used to push the whole thing. Now, let's make a couple things rather clear. First of all, assuming this graphic is legitimate, good God almighty, the PC player base is carrying this game. I don't want to hear another single fucking person tell me PC gamers don't buy games looking at this. My God. But second of all, 600,000 copies in the first 2 days. Mind you, this game came out on Xbox on a Tuesday. A bloody Tuesday. So before the weekend, 600,000 people bought it. And also, 600,000 people on the smallest hardware ecosystem out of the three. This is a live service multiplayer game that's been available on PlayStation and PC. The only mainstream non-Nintendo platform it hasn't been available on is Xbox, which is also the smallest ecosystem that it hasn't been available on, again, aside from Nintendo. And yet, 600,000 people took time out of the work week to go buy it. I think that's a solid number. Of course, it's not the biggest number on the planet, but it was never going to be the biggest number on the planet. It's a delayed launch on a smaller hardware ecosystem for a game that if you wanted to play it by now, there's a very good chance you would have found a way to do so. So 600,000 copies on Xbox, I think is perfectly respectable. However, using Alinea Analytics, who are the people who broke this story, using them as a legitimate source is how the kids say sus. Because remember all those stories about how Final Fantasy was a giant flop on Xbox and only sold it sold like less than 100,000 copies on Xbox? Yeah, this is the firm that broke that story, and the method they used to get those numbers was they did some ratio math on the number of reviews the game had on the Xbox store. I'm not jesting. That's all they did. They counted the number of reviews the game had on the Xbox store and did some ratio multiplication based on other platforms. This is not a legitimate source of information, is what I'm saying. So there's two things going on here that we could be talking about. We could be talking about the fact that if these numbers are legit, they're perfectly, believable, and I think perfectly acceptable given the circumstances. We could also be talking about the fact that there is an almost 0% chance these numbers actually are legit because the source they're coming from has proven themselves to not actually have any kind of inside information whatsoever, and they literally just do multiplication based on game review numbers. But are those the things people are talking about? No. The things people are talking about, at least in my fucking Twitter feed, are about how 600,000 copies is not only legitimately the number definitely, definitely, but is also a really bad, terrible, no good number, definitely. Can you guess which side of the aisle these tweets are coming from? Zuby Tech tweets out, Alinea Analytics estimates Helldivers 2 sold 600,000 units on Xbox Series, not even 5% of Xbox Series console base. I love that. Have you guys noticed that? Have you guys noticed this thing PlayStation fanboys do? I love it. A game sells well, it sells a whole bunch of copies, but they don't want to admit that the game sold a bunch of copies, so they whip out the percentage of the user base argument, even though they would never apply this logic back to themselves. Like, oh man, game sold 600,000 copies in 2 days in the middle of a work week, even though it was like a year and a half old, and it's a game that basically everyone who wanted to play it had already. 600,000 copies, and man, and also we've been saying that Xbox gamers don't buy games for like years. We've been saying they only play games on Game Pass. Shoot, how do we twist this? Oh, I know, it's only 5% of the user base. Haha, these sales numbers are actually bad because it's this percentage of the total user base. I've done it. Okay, well, what percentage of the PlayStation user base bought Helldivers 2? Because according to this graphic, if you want to take this graphic as canon, that means only like 6 or 7% of the PlayStation base has Helldivers 2. Where's the line of success? 5% is bad, but 6 to 7% is fine? That's a 1 to 2% difference. You see why the percentage of the user base argument is dumb? You won't define what percentage of the user base constitutes success. So why are we even talking about this? It's the same thing that people do to PC gamers. A PC game sells like 1-2 million copies, but then the console fanboys come in and they're like, oh, PC gamers are all pirates. They don't buy games. I mean, yeah, that game sold 2 million copies, but what percentage of the PC user base is that? It's like, what? It's still 2 million copies. What do you mean? Believe it or not all games have the same budget. Not all games are released under the same circumstances, so not all games share the same standard of what makes them successes. But it's not like fucking Zuby Tech would understand this. The fact that anyone takes this fucking guy seriously is amazing. I actually got blocked by him over the weekend, finally. Surprised it took me this long. Bro tweeted out, I've realized 90% people on this app, or so-called these journalists, don't understand systems architecture. They just fundamentally don't understand it. And I responded with the fucking Garfield who's that sign for meme, and big shocker surprise, I got blocked. Again, I'm surprised it took me this long. Anyways, Locky75 new quote tweets Zuby and says, oof, after dipping their toe in and testing the waters with Helldivers 2, PlayStation will be rethinking any plans they might have had on releasing more games on Xbox without a guaranteed Game Pass deal. Because 600,000 is bad. Hang on, let me just do some quick maths here. 600,000 times 40, because it was $40 for the base version. This is assuming nobody, like literally not a single person on Xbox bought one of the special editions or spent any money on microtransactions. This is assuming that all 600,000 people in this alleged stat only bought the base version and nothing else. Yeah, that would be $24 million. And then if we assume Xbox is taking 30% of that, that means Sony is taking home 70% of that, which means in the first 2 days of this game being on Xbox, Sony made almost $17 million that they wouldn't have had before. And you think this is insignificant? They got $17 million in 2 days, and now a big installed user base of people who will continue to play the game, encourage more people to buy the game, and perhaps spend money on the game themselves over time. And again, this is assuming that nobody bought anything other than the standard edition of the game. No special editions, no DLC. And you think this is going to make Sony reconsider porting games to other platforms? You actually think that's what's happening? Good lord. Clute, who apparently is an Xbox fanboy. I don't know who any of these people are. I don't care what he said. I care what people say in response, because that's what's funny. Clute says, Helldivers 2, Xbox sold 600k copies. 600k equals, oh god, fucking whatever the fuck numbers those are. Look at that, Toki, easy money made, bring more games over, Last of Us, Spider-Man, and Returnal next. Which, again, if you're using these numbers at face value, that's dumb, because the numbers are coming from a place that has proven themselves to be dishonest. We could be talking about that, but instead we're talking about this. Quote, that's shit, PlayStation and PC, it sells the best on it, stupid to port that shit to a dying platform, might as well be putting their games on Magnavox Odyssey if they they doing it on Xbox, that's the equivalent to an Xbox.
Whoa, wait a minute, you put the bar up as a prize?
No, check again. I put the bar into the pride section, the things that you're proud of.
Section?
It's a Z, Charlie. Prize.
Did you read that goddamn thing?
I gave it a once over. Your illiteracy has screwed us again, Charlie. That doesn't make any sense.
But here we have another classic example of a PlayStation fanboy being like, oh, this thing didn't sell as well as the other thing, therefore the thing that didn't do as well is an abject failure. 600K is less than however many million on the other platforms, therefore 600K is insignificant. Because again, you guys wouldn't apply this logic to yourselves. You're saying that it's shit because it's less than PlayStation and PC. I mean, PlayStation is significantly less than PC according to this chart. So if we're using the logic that one is significantly less than the other, therefore the one that's less shouldn't exist and isn't worth doing, congratulations, Helldivers 2 now by your logic should be a PC exclusive. But you're not actually going to say that or make that argument because you don't actually believe in any kind of consistency here. All you want to do is bring down Xbox for some reason because that's all you fucking care about. It's like I said, there's plenty of things to criticize here. There's plenty of things to talk about, but you're not talking about any of them. Malcolm HMD says Xbots are starving for games Lamau. Yeah, Xbox, first of all, has way more games than PlayStation. Like in terms of number of playable games, Xbox has more. But besides that, super mega comedy in the fact that you think it's a sign that the platform is starving for games if they play Helldivers. Was your base not boasting about Helldivers for a year and a half? Does that mean you guys were starving for games because you liked Helldivers? No? Okay. Why are we doing this? 7 says hyping 600K sales as an achievement tells all about why the Xbox platform is dying. 600K in 2 days. Those days being Tuesday and Wednesday for a game that had been out for a year now. Oh my god. Oh my god. This... It's like context. It's a context. What is context? What's context? Is that like when a piece of paper tries to take advantage of you? Context? Laugh at my jokes, fuck. Silent says, this is embarrassing, lol. Xbox really hurt these fanboys. They are now begging for those games they called trash in the past, weak-ass energy. Oh, look at that. Your profile picture is for a game that literally doesn't exist yet. Yes, I'm going to take seriously the opinion of someone who is hyping a game that literally does not exist. You definitely care about games. You care about the quality of games and the great place the industry's in. That's why you're repping and hyping a game that you haven't even seen a single second of gameplay for. You people are, you're literally the problem. You're literally the problem with the industry, and you don't even notice it. You're hyping up a game that doesn't even exist yet, while talking shit about other people for actually buying a game that does indeed exist. Like, really let this sink in. You're talking shit about Xbox players for buying a game that has good gameplay, good reviews. You're talking shit about those people while openly hyping a game that you have not seen. Oh, ooh, it drives me bananas. OT says, I didn't think it would sell 100K copies on the worthless piece of junk flop 100. I was wrong, shrug, but 600K ain't shit with 25 to 28 mil X flop sold 100. So you thought it would sell 100, and then it, according to this, it sells 6 times as many as you thought it would, but it's still a flop? Like, man, I thought it would sell this many and that would make it a flop, but it actually, it actually sold 6 times as many as I thought it would, but yeah, that's still a flop. And why is it a flop? Oh, because of the number of consoles sold. Okay, so we're doing the percentage of the user base argument again. Okay, what percentage of the user base would be a positive impact? What percentage of the user base would be a success? Ooh, I'm not telling you, that part's a secret. You're a fucking loser, get off the internet. One more, Escapism and Choice Advocate says Lamau because 600K having to invest in porting costs and sales split is better than 5.5 million of direct revenue, right? You're hilarious, dude. I'm going to be nicer to you, Escapism and Choice Advocate, as ironic as your name is. I'm going to be nice to you because you said congratulations to me for my anniversary, and I saw that, and I appreciated that. So I'm going to be nice to you, okay? Aside from the fact that these numbers are very likely not even real, assuming they are real, yes, 600K worth of revenue is good. because not only is that just 600k worth of revenue you wouldn't have had before on a port that couldn't have possibly been very expensive to make because the game was already finished, but you now have a whole bunch of additional people in your ecosystem for a live service game that has proven itself to be a very long-term, very healthy success over the years. This game has been out for quite some time and is still generating a lot of revenue through crossovers, through DLC, through just bringing more people into the fray. Having 600k worth of revenue in your pocket is good, but also having 600k additional people on your servers is good. Does that make sense to you? Escapism and choice advocate, the guy with choice advocate in his name, is upset about Helldivers 2 players having a choice of platform. But again, I said I was going to be nice. Why is your profile picture an M? Like, you had to manually do that. That's not a default Twitter profile picture. You had to manually make your profile picture just the letter M with that color. Why'd you do that? I bet your name's Marvin. I bet your name's Mark. I bet your name's Man. I have an ironic username. I just don't understand why people are still so mad about this. Again, it's like I said at the beginning of the video, I was like kind of front loading Helldivers 2 Xbox videos because I just thought we'd seen the end of it, you know? I thought it was over. I mean, evidently not. I guess we'll just keep milking this thing until it's gone, right? I just don't know what to say anymore. I'm at kind of a loss. I've done so many videos about Helldivers on Xbox that I feel like I've seen every single argument, but they just keep coming. People keep trying, and they keep making it dumber. So I guess we'll just keep doing it. Okay. I guess it's the Doofus Club time now. Hip Lub and a Bowler Hat, Biscuit 1101, Cellar Rot, Bear Brain, Max Killer V2, Gaming Stick Rider, Broken Crayon, Poop Rock for the Rat King, Freshly Milked Man, Nut in Your Butt, No Motorcycle Yet, Got Out My First Car, Devastator 2000, Stephen Christensen, Jake Spider Monkey 1984, Band J Tech TV, Gara Secret Horse Son, Colonel Doofus, Schmo from Schmeattles, The Schmitz, Showbiz, Gen CNA, Chris Void, Vast, Dennis! Oh no, it's Solid Alex. Solid Alex. Hashtag ban JTech TV. Gaming with Dead People, Muskie, Car Award 789, Big Fudge, Thick McRun Fast. I hate Call of Duty. It fucking ruined my life. Wings. Flaptail Penguin, JoJo 6, Metal Theme, The Beast Sims, Really Zerd, Oracle, Return of the King, Rise Upside Down, Pedro Pascal's Left Hand, Nate Blast 1314, Jimmy Chops. I'm married to PC Gamer. Apologize to your wife, Joe, Master Killer, Firestorm 2056, Demetrius Papajuro, Tom Snorlax, and Dan Porter Bridges, and an unknown 186718, Zombie Killer 572, Official Drugs. I call my GF bracelet, I call my GF bracelet because of what she likes in bed. I still don't know what that means. FB1504, Grimsy, Edge Shadow Bear 1789, Cruise Crew, Unicorn Rocker, Better Fondue. I live in DSP's walls. I'm stealing all his forks. I really need to make this fucking money. Wings of Redemption, G Train, Rising Earth, Sense of Nakage, and Non for Law. I lied. I didn't forget to change my name. Partial Mean 8, Vox, Octo, Codman 4372WX, into the Gamer 127YT, Alderotha 1, Doug, Nick Z, Smile, Snake Eyes 227. I changed my name back to Gamer Word 72. You remember my old name? MK296E, Hentai X, Machina Gamma, Elite Fire Hazard 105, Tech Gaming, Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, Lord Bowser II. Joe laughs at us in the moat, gay local adult with autism, PC Gamer, Jessica Shepard, Ricky Speak Style. What the fuck? What just happened to my mouth? Riki Spiral, Riki Tiki Tabby. What just happened? Don't know about Gara's horse, but I'll be the Godfather, Crew and the Steel Angel. My profile picture has Clippy in it. Big Corpos fucking their fuck, slop fuck. Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron Von Waterham 6771, Cyrus 6771. Good lord. True Text Gun 940. I snuck onto your PC and pre-ordered BO7 with your PC and your money. Oh my goodness. Screenware 23, Max the Chev, Simply the Chap. Totally insane. Gara King of Horse Cocks, lover of horse cocks, Fuda Cox. The Knight of Cypher. Am I funny? Is it funny if I say horse cocks again? ML04, I own 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray, Wolf of Midnight, Pigbean is Steve Wynn Studios, Film Kraken, Ohm Gaming, Treek Brown, Thorns Cake, Maganex, Severin, Emerson, Spino 3, Sakali, Ficker, Mix, Pow Pow, Donnie Weston, Nick Donegan, Draws Max on Twitch, come hang y'all, Gob Guns, and Rogue Winters on 18, Zach Thane. I feel like that's a joke. I feel like it's a joke or a reference, and it's probably just someone's name, and he feels really awkward now. Candy Kitten, Fanny, Hangman for Hire, Ellen Noble, Frost Crystal, Biogenesis, Ian Action, Floppy Pingus 97, Mega Keys, Scruffus Go, Ghost Ho, Ryosagi, Vasco, Raptor Tim, Amonstead 94, Blue Hook, Filmatep, Mr. Techno, Squeak, Oh No, It's Only Live Service Games, Smitty, Worgy Man, Jensen, McAdvertisement, Diego Garcia, Gibikins, Iron American Idiot, Harmon Smith, Southern Chin, Oh No, It's Justin, Rand Rui, Toonie Wayne, Extreme World 7, Joey Scoop, Smelly Wrestling Geek, Joe Taco, Retro Wannabe Hobo, Jidge, West Ability, Denchar, Rob C, Veg, Groove Nana, Curtin Outspec, Sal Hath, and Eldo Ring is the Baldo's Gate of Dark Souls. Good lord. Okay, toodles.